Peace. Welcome back to another dope session of Hoodies the podcast. I'm the host, the guard Rashidi, my favorite jacket. I'm here to report some news. Yeah, man, listen. It's been in pods, radio shows, television, newspapers, magazines, etc., etc. Right? The news is everybody, and I mean everybody, is so quick to share the worst parts of their life experiences. I've talked about this before. Okay, if you come from a poverty-stricken background, you know what I'm saying? Most people, when asked about their childhood or, just who they are as a person, they always bring up the worst things from the past. You ever notice that? I'm guilty of it too. It's like we wear it like a badge of honor. You know what I'm saying? If you tell people that your childhood was cool, if you tell people that you had both parents, a loving family, if you tell them that you went camping as a kid, fishing, etc., etc., say you went bike riding and hiking, people look at you as being soft, right? They look at you as being privileged. You know what I'm saying? Because when you talk about those things, they don't hear struggle, so they immediately think that you soft. You feel me? Let you pull up on some folk a certain way and you talk a certain way, they'll charge you for talking white. Right? I don't have to tell you amongst what type of people I'm talking about, do you? I don't have to tell you amongst what race of people this happens with, do I? Alright, good. So I'll just ask, why do we do that? Why do we do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we always shun the good shit. You know what I mean? It's like we don't even trust good shit. Pull up on your people with some good news. Alright? Pull up on your people and tell them about a dope idea. Pull up on your people and tell them that you got you a good job. Pull up on your people and start thinking positive. And watch hate crystallize right before your eyes. Y'all know, you know what it is. But pull up on your people and tell them that you got shot at. Pull up on your people and tell them you just finessed somebody. Pull up on your people and tell them you just saw a dead body in the alley. Pull up on your people and tell them your mans and so-and-so got locked up this morning. Pull up on your people and tell them that the kid around the corner, he snitched and now he's outside again. Pull up on your people and tell them you're going to spin the block on the op or some shit. Whatever the fuck y'all be saying. I bet every dime in your pocket, when you say that, so you started off like that, I guarantee you, everybody's going to be like, word? What happened? Word? Yo, that's crazy. See, that's why I be staying out the way. You know? And then after they've been told what happened, because you told them with so much passion in the first place, right? It was so much enthusiasm. The story grows legs and now the whole neighborhood knows. The barbershops, the salons, Home Depot, the shipyard, etc., etc. The fast food joint up the street, the used car lot, everybody know. Yo, we some ratchet ass glorifiers. Some ratchet ass glorifiers. We so traumatized, we love the bullshit. We love it. Look, listen. I'm not saying be like me. Maybe I am, but I'm not. Do what you want to do. I'm saying that from now on, when I'm breaking down my childhood, being poor is the last thing I'm bringing up. From this day forward, that's the last thing I'm bringing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start telling folk my childhood was dope. And it's all true. My childhood was dope. In spite of all the typical hood shit, it was dope. You know how many times you heard a song from back in the day, like from the 80s, from the 90s, and you be like, yeah, I used to sing that joint to this girl back in the day. Yeah, man. Or you be like, oh man, Those were the days, man. Simpler times, man. Woo. Man, to be young again. You know what I'm saying? And it also makes you think of all your loved ones who are no longer here. You know what I'm saying? Like when I hear the theme song to Taxi, it makes me think of my maternal grandmother. You know what I mean? I visualize her in the kitchen. You know, she used to cook cornbread in a cast iron skillet. You know what I'm saying? And I could just picture her in the kitchen. You know, on any given afternoon. You know what I'm saying? If you have ever found yourself saying things like that when you hear an old school record, that's proof positive right there that your childhood, in spite of all the other things, was pretty decent. It was decent. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I got stories for days. I got stories that would loosen up a room and make folk relax. God damn it, I keep hitting this damn thing. Word, I got stories that'll make people be like, whoa, tell me what else happened next. What happened? But for some reason, according to the news, for some reason, we love bringing up the worst parts of our existence. We love it. The worst versions of our existence. As if we didn't have moments when we laughed or was proud. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there isn't a life that's like that. I'll just leave it there. But we act like we don't even talk about, when we're talking about our past, we don't even talk about the block parties. We don't even talk about breakdancing on the Ave. You know what I'm saying? We don't even talk about, they turn the fire hydrant on, everybody running in the water, getting wet, having a dope time, grabbing girls, getting them, pushing them in the water, or taking them to get wet in the water. Man, those was good times, man. But we wear our trauma like a fancy jacket. You know what I mean? And to take it off makes it look like we came up in a gated community. As if that's a bad thing. Why don't we do that to ourselves and each other? That's ass backwards, isn't it? Why do we glorify, or should I say, why don't we glorify having dealt with some trauma and we're better for it? You know what I'm saying? Why do we hold on to the pain? Even these rappers, after they get talking about they got their gun on them, the blick on them, there's a part of the song that goes into, "Wasn't nobody there for me." It's hurt. We hold on to that shit. You ever notice how Mary J. Blige's music didn't really slap the same when she started making more upbeat music? Music that was a little more positive than all the heartbreak and this, that, and the third. No, I'm not gonna cry. No, not this time. I'm not, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Dope record, by the way. Some people compare and relish in stories from jail. It's like everybody's trying to top each other. You know what I mean? Who had the worst childhood? I guess whoever's childhood was the worst, that person is looked at as the hardest. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that nigga from Compton, fam. That nigga from Chicago, Southside. But the minute somebody talks about being better, and not now I'm better than what I was, nobody want to hear that shit. Nobody even want to hear it, cause it don't sound like struggle. It's like it's trauma or nothing. Nah, ain't no two ways about it. It's trauma or nothing. I can't do that shit no more. I ain't gonna front. I'm guilty of it too. I can't do it anymore. I won't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? I dropped that shit. I run toward awkward conversations now. Awkward conversations. I get past the bullshit now. And as a result, relationships have been reconciled. Like me and my old man. You know what I'm saying? Me and my old man hadn't been seeing eye to eye. We hadn't talked in some years, 5 years to be exact. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta admit, it was dope seeing them. I took a trip to see my old man. I took a trip to see the man them. And the man wife them. My D. All in the name of reconciliation and growth. And we're all better people for it. I'm grateful, man. It's dope, right? That when you ask questions and have the hard conversations, it's dope because on the other side of it is a new understanding. A new understanding. You take the time to listen. Can't stand people that don't listen, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't stand closed-minded people. Listen, it's dope when you had a hard conversations on the other side that's understanding. Trust me when I tell you. Right? But some people don't want to let the anger go. Right? They don't want to do that because if they let the anger go, what do I do with it now? What do I do with the anger now? Right? What am I supposed to do with my honorary badge of trauma? What do I do with it now? Now what? I can't just stop now. What now? I tell you what, man. You smile now. You know what I'm saying? You pack light now. You drop them bags now. No need for a badge now. You grow now. You get the fuck over it now. And you move on and damn, have a life, man. I think we hold on to the trauma subconsciously because maybe we want to be looked at as a victim. That's what I think. I think deep down subconsciously we want to be looked at as victims. Right? I'm no therapist. It's just me talking. Right? I think we want to be looked at as victims. I know I keep saying that, but it's like, see, if we're looked at as victims and someone who's been wronged, or if we hold on to it, then maybe we can make excuses for each other, for ourselves and each other, right? And instead of seeing things for what they really are, we make excuses for each other. Instead of just seeing it for what it is, we start making excuses because, oh shit, he came from a really fucked up background. Instead of dealing with it, right? And that right there brings me to young brother Ja Morant. You're an idiot, young man. Right? And might I add, you, young man, are the epitome of the saying, you're faking the funk. Shout out to Large Professor. See, folk who's really from the hood, they want out the hood. They want to be in a gated community. You understand? They want that. But folk who are not from that are enamored with that hood shit. They're enamored with it. They're infatuated with it. They want their badge of trauma. They want it. Young man, you're gonna fuck around and find out, man. Dead ass. You're gonna find out. You in corporate America, and when you work in corporate America, there's certain rules you gotta play by. Otherwise, why are you even there? You're a glorifier. Granted, you glorifying some things that I don't think you know anything about, but a glorifier nonetheless. I think you need to chill before you get hurt. Financially, physically, and whatever else. I think you should chill. You know what I'm saying? And look, I don't believe that you don't have big homies around you, somebody around you to say, yo, fam, I don't think you should do this. I'm not gonna say that. I think you do. I think you just don't listen to them. You just don't listen to them. You got dough, you this, you that. You just don't listen to them. I think you should. You gotta listen to me. In fact, don't none of y'all hear me. Y'all don't hear me, man. Word. But you need to ask yourself, dead ass, ask yourself, honestly, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, are you a glorifier? all the pain and trauma and shit? Are you a glorifier? You want to be looked at as a victim? You want people to feel sorry for you? So now people can make excuses for you? Maybe you can use that as an excuse to underachieve? I don't know, man. But listen, man, that's the news. I'm the guy Rashidi, and this is Hoodies, man. Peace. It's good to be back, man. Word.
Subscribe to this channel. Over and out.
Some people do. A lot of people talk. Everybody claims I'm for the people this and the people that. And they are only for the people when it's convenient. They are only for the people when the weather's nice outside. Don't let it get cold. Don't let it be too hot. Because then all of a sudden everybody's busy. Get involved, man. Our youth need us. We got work to do. Get active. Word.